Welcome back to another episode of Iron Tan's Engineering. In today's episode we are going to go to another show. This time we are going to Gravity for the first time at the NEC in Birmingham. But before we do that, we're going to have to give a little bit of attention to the source just to make sure that it's actually going to be alright on that drive up the way there. Now, last show I went to was Roll Hard. Fantastic show, fantastic venue, about 3 hours away. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. On the way there, Sora was absolutely grand, done everything I needed it to do, absolutely no problems whatsoever. On the way back, we went through a torrential downpour, and all of a sudden it sounded like the exhaust fell off. It was really loud. So after about 30 seconds of us flapping around trying to find a hard shoulder, putting the hazards on, me trying to work out what the problem might be, all of a sudden, just like magic, problem went away. I was like, how did that happen? Now, the exhaust has got V-bands on it, or the V-clamps, or whatever you want to call it. When I made it all up, I made it so it had the clamps on it. All I can kind of assume is at some point, for some reason, the exhaust shifted when it was warm, which created a gap, which allowed the noise and the gases to escape. One of them is directly underneath my transmission, so that is where I heard the sound from. And I don't know what happened. Maybe it cooled down, maybe it shifted, maybe it warped the flange, I don't know, but all of a sudden it sealed itself up, problem went away. So we've got Sora in the air, so we're going to check out just to make sure that everything's all right.
Told my roommate something's wrong and I don't know what to do.
Right, I think I may have found the culprit. That should be an entire exhaust rubber. And instead, that's half an exhaust rubber, which is allowing the exhaust to give it one of them. It's only being held by the ring I've got up there. This should be pushed up a lot higher. So yeah, I think that might be the culprit. I think what might have happened is the exhaust gave way, the whole thing dropped down. The V-band over there probably moved because it was hot, allowing gases to flow through, and then I don't know whether or not it might have been the rain and cold and well, all the moisture underneath it, but it might have quenched the temperature a bit, which allowed it to seal up a bit more. So let's get to replacing that bugger. So as you probably just saw, we got this rubber up in here. Realistically, we want to put something around it as well just to reinforce it. Piece of chain, metal strap, something like that. Yeah, I reckon it'll hold for a while. It'll do me this show season at least. We also put another ring rubber on this one because it was just this one. So let's just double it up now for the time being. This one's getting a bit stretched anyway, but I just thought if I get that one on as well, that's doubled up. Exhaust is not going anywhere. We've also tightened up this V-band here and that one down there. So can now get it down and get it all washed and polished ready for Gravity. But another thing I was going to say to you is never put a rubber on without a cup of boiling water. I do that with everything. I do that with rubber hoses, rubber everything basically, apart from actual rubbers. But yeah, use that. It makes the rubber a lot more malleable and a lot easier to put on. It don't damage it. So little tip for you there. Ollie. Here he comes. So that's first evening done at the Travel Lodge. We came to Gravity yesterday. Everything's all set up, ready to go. So let's go have an unlimited breakfast with the guys and go see the first day of Gravity.
Are you going to check your bag for croissants?
Oh god, they might do that actually. Oh god. We smuggled loads of croissants in our bag. We think we're going to lose them now. So we just got through security. We've got our bottles of water and our croissants stolen from the travel lodge, all day buffet. So let's go start the day at Gravity. And we are officially in Gravity.
Falling in quickly. Tell me you feel some.
Famous YouTuber right there.
Tangled up in your web.
See, luckily, because we're exhibitors, we were able to get in here early, and I'm talking early before the VIP people get here. So we got here, I think, about 7:30. So as you can see, not a lot of the trade stands are open, and there's no little children running around with sticky fingers getting in the way of everything. So we're able to actually get some decent footage of the stuff that's here.
Change, got love on my brain. Would you say the same? We're falling from outer space. 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 everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
Just over at the Drift Games stand, getting a look at their AZ1 and the NSX. These things are cool.
We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend, for it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end, no they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, and when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, the setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on.
This year BC have got the Note Ride lads coming. Look at these.
Close to the sun. Close to the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, is what we call hopping. You feel all over the place.
Remember what you said. I follow you through the night. I am here by your side. Promise you that I never.
And that has been the end of Gravity 2025. So now we're going to make the long trip back to Norfolk because they've now told everyone to basically sod off and everyone can now get their cars out. So we'll get some pictures, get some grub, and hopefully make it back to Norfolk in one piece. And we are back from Gravity. As you can probably tell, it is the morning after. We got back last night probably about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that, after about a 3-hour drive and stopping off for services and everything. But yeah, what can I say about Gravity then? I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I thought the calibre of cars were excellent. I thought like the guests they had there were superb. My friends, well, me and my friends got to meet all the lads from Night Ride. We got to meet the lads from Drift Games. We got to see the cars from both of them as well. They are incredible. They're such lovely people. It was awesome. The people that we met throughout the day, that was absolutely fantastic. The drifting we saw, yeah, that was grand. The actual venue itself was huge. Cars were nicely spaced out. Everything was put in a really good way. It wasn't too cluttered, anything like that, and just like I say, the calibre of cars there were incredible. There were so many traders about as well, traders from the motorsport world, big names, small names, anything like that. There were traders there that were like, how do I put it, stuff that you'd find on Temu, but that was like, say, maybe 1 or 2 or something like that. Things were quite expensive during the show. You wanted food, you wanted t-shirts, you wanted merch, that kind of stuff, but that's what you kind of expect from things like that, you know, 35 quid t-shirts, 60 quid hoodies, whatever, you know. We got to see the cars from Liberty Walk. There was just so much to do, so much to see, and there were always seemed to be marshals about anywhere if you had a problem. There was security about, there were marshals about. It really did seem well done to me. I enjoyed it. Now, being a exhibitor, we got free weekend tickets, so that's like a draw to go there anyway. I think a 68 quid or something for a weekend ticket, but if you're showing a car, you get it for free, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. There is still the same problem like what other people said in the previous years. People touch cars, and when the general public come in at about 10 o'clock, they really don't care. Like, there's a small minority of people in there that just really do not care. So when we were cutting through to go to the gate to get in to miss the queue, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday, and there were already lads drinking Stellas in a queue, and you just think, why are you at a car show and you've got a Stella in hand? That ain't right. You could also buy beer there anyway, so people were buying beers and stuff like that anyway. And when you've got like an expensive car around, or a lot of expensive cars around, it's not really the best idea, but is what it is. The same with people touching. I think that is just now a societal thing. I think people just don't care, and it's bad. It is bad, because you have to tell people to not touch. You have to physically tell them, don't touch my car, and normally it'll stop. But other stories I heard throughout the weekend weren't the greatest. So one of the lads near us had a R33 GTR, beautifully restored, like OEM plus, and he said he unlocked it for about, I don't know, 2 minutes, and someone opened the door and tried to get in it, and he was like, get out of my car. Another one was 2 lads decided that walking was too much for their physical mass, so they decided to park it on a couple of car bonnets that were in the show, prompting them to be removed. Another one was my mate Katie and Sam. They had the A70 Supra that was there. They opened their bonnet for a grand total of 1 minute, and the second the bonnet was open, some little girl came along and she literally dragged her hands all the way down the wing into the bonnet. And when Katie stepped forward to say, "Can you not touch my car, please?" her father was actually there looking into the bay himself and just kind of moved her back. No apology, no nothing. And it just kind of shows the mindset of some people. But all in all, I'd go again. I enjoyed that show. It is a long show, considering you get there on a Friday, you set up, and then you've got the 2 days of the show. But if you're in the right crowd, right mindset, it's a good time. And you've got like a hotel close by, it's a good time. I genuinely really enjoyed it, and I would go again. If you're having doubts about it yourself, I'd say go once. If you get approved to go in there and you get a free ticket, just go. Like, just don't have your bonnet open and don't unlock your car, leave it locked. People will just enjoy your car. But yeah, I can understand why people who have had the horror stories before don't want to go back again. I get that completely. But I personally had a really good time. The people I was with, absolute diamonds. We'd only met up really that weekend, and it's like we'd known each other for ages. So yeah, big shout out to all of them, really. It was fantastic. So, but yeah, anyway, that is my review on Gravity, guys. So cheers for watching this episode of Iron Tan's Engineering. Don't forget to do all that, liking and subscribing and all that. And maybe one day I'll be one of the YouTubers that you can meet at the show. But I very much doubt it, because this is not a career for me and I'm not going to plug it as much as them. So yeah, anyway, cheers for that, guys. See you on the next one.